I'm Jay Fidell with this ThinkTech Commentary. Hawaiian Electric wants to build a $40 million, 12-megawatt photovoltaic farm on 40 acres near its Kahe generating station. Subject to PUC approval, construction would start in January and finish in October 2015. During the life of the project, HECO says it would reduce the overall cost of generating electricity on Oahu by $64 million and would displace 1.8 million gallons of oil every year. This project will be done by the utility itself. Are utility-owned solar farms the next best thing? We've had amazing growth in homeowner rooftop solar, reflecting our desire to be independent and have the option of going off the grid. After the Clean Energy Initiative was rolled out in 2008, the utility stepped back from generating its own renewables. They left it to the public, and the public and the installer industry that serves the public has certainly stepped up to that on PV. But when you think about it, the utility could have and could now be generating renewables, especially PV themselves. Why not utility-owned solar farms everywhere? You get the experience factor, jobs, the economies of scale in buying and maintaining these large PV installations. The utility could bring a lot to solar farms. Indeed, you don't have the interconnect problems that make homeowners and the installer industry so unhappy. The utility determines all the interconnection issues and buys the interconnection smart grid equipment. You avoid fossil fuel, you can stabilize and ultimately lower costs, and you don't have all the financing and tax issues and risks that come with PV installations on rooftops. Furthermore, you don't have the inequity of the tax credit for a given few homeowners and the inequity of net energy metering at retail energy costs. Sure, you have less independence for the homeowner, but less expense too, and no need to worry about the panels and the holes in the roof and the long-term viability of the PV installers. The utility handles it all, and the process is seamless and painless for the ratepayer and the taxpayer. And it's democratic. Everyone benefits and everyone pays for the installation. The 5-megawatt farm at Kahe Point is relatively small compared to the 1,200 megawatt base load for Oahu. But maybe we'll see more of these farms on Oahu and on Kauai. It seems so much easier on the system and on the public to do it this way. The utility can plan ahead for maintenance and replacement when necessary. They don't have the risk of relying on installers that may go out of business or PV suppliers that can't be found. Sure, it perpetuates the power of the utility. Some people want to see the utility go away, but that's not realistic either. The question is whether the utility-owned solar farm model can coexist with the developer-owned solar farm and residential rooftop solar. What impediments would there be to building more utility-owned solar farms around the state? The utility-owned solar farm model seems to avoid a lot of the issues we've had with residential PV. But whatever the mix of residential and utility-owned PV, it remains for the utility to improve the grid, to take more renewables, and add new technology for storage. Homeowner residential solar has been declining over the past couple of years. Let's give utility-owned solar farms a chance and see what happens. In fact, that may be the next best thing and may help us get to where we want to go a lot more efficiently. I'm Jay Fidell with this ThinkTech Commentary.